Have you ever wondered where the Philippines stands when it comes to international conflicts? Well, let's dive right into it. The Philippines, an archipelagic country located in Southeast Asia, has a rich history of international relations that is as diverse as its 7,000-plus islands. In the wake of achieving independence in the mid-20th century, the Philippines has been steadfast in developing its foreign policies, focusing on fostering robust alliances, promoting peace, and adhering to international law. Its diplomatic relations span across continents, from its long-standing alliance with the United States to its dynamic relationship with China and other Asian neighbors. Historically, the Philippines' approach to international disputes is largely characterized by diplomacy and peaceful negotiation. The country has often been a voice of reason, advocating for peaceful resolutions, upholding the rule of law, and championing human rights in international forums. It's a testament to the country's commitment to a rules-based international order. Furthermore, the Philippines is a founding member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, and has played a pivotal role in promoting regional stability and cooperation. It's a clear demonstration of the country's dedication to collective action and regional solidarity. However, the Philippines' stance on international disputes is not isolated from its national interests. It carefully weighs the implications of its decisions, considering not just the immediate impact, but also long-term geopolitical and economic consequences. This pragmatic approach has allowed the Philippines to navigate the complex dynamics of international relations, maintaining its integrity and sovereignty while fostering meaningful relationships. Now that we understand the Philippines' general approach to international conflicts, let's delve into its potential position on the Iran-Israel conflict. So, what exactly is the Iran-Israel conflict about? Let's take a journey into the heart of a geopolitical dispute that's been brewing for decades. It's a tale of power, religion, and regional dominance, all set in the volatile backdrop of the Middle East. At the heart of the Iran-Israel conflict is a deep-seated animosity fueled by ideological differences and territorial disputes. Iran, a Shia Muslim majority nation, has been a vocal critic of Israel, a Jewish state, since the latter's creation in 1948. Israel, on the other hand, views Iran as a major threat to its existence and has often expressed concerns about Iran's nuclear ambitions. Over the years, these tensions have escalated into a series of proxy wars, cyber attacks, and diplomatic standoffs, with each side accusing the other of fostering instability in the region. An example of this is the recent incident where Yemen's Houthi rebels, allegedly backed by Iran, seized a cargo ship initially claimed to be Israeli-owned. Israel blamed Iran for the incident, labeling it as an act of terrorism, while Iran has refuted these claims. Yet despite the heated rhetoric and occasional flare-ups, the conflict has largely remained cold, with neither side resorting to a full-blown war. Instead, they've engaged in a high-stakes game of chess, using proxies to advance their interests and keep each other in check. At the same time, the Iran-Israel conflict is also a part of a larger geopolitical struggle, involving major powers like the United States and China. For instance, the United States has traditionally been a staunch ally of Israel, while China has been making inroads into the Middle East, including Iran, as part of its global ambitions. The current state of affairs, therefore, is a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and strategic calculations, with the Iran-Israel conflict at its core. It's a delicate balance of power, where any miscalculation could tip the scales and plunge the region into chaos. With this context in mind, where might the Philippines stand in this conflict? Given its diplomatic approach, where might the Philippines stand regarding the Iran-Israel conflict? Let's delve into this question, as it's a fascinating one. In the world of international relations, the Philippines has often been seen as a peace advocate, historically aligning itself with nations that promote stability and dialogue. This approach has been reflected in its alliances, participation in international organizations, and the diplomatic strategies it has adopted over the years. Take a look at the Philippines' relationship with Israel, for example. The two countries have shared a warm and cordial relationship since diplomatic ties were established in the late 40s. Both nations have cooperated in various sectors, including trade, agriculture, and defense. On the other hand, the Philippines and Iran have also maintained diplomatic relations for over half a century, with a focus on trade and cultural exchange. Despite political differences and challenges, the two nations have found common ground in their shared commitment to peaceful coexistence. Given this historical context, it might be fair to say that the Philippines would be reluctant to take a definitive side in the Iran-Israel conflict. Instead, it might advocate for peaceful dialogue and diplomacy, encouraging the parties involved to find a peaceful resolution to their differences. However, it's important to consider that international relations are complex and fluid. The Philippines, like any other nation, must navigate these complexities and adapt its diplomatic strategies according to the changing dynamics of the global stage. So, while the country's historical alliances and its commitment to peace could influence its stance, other factors such as national interest, geopolitical dynamics, and international pressure might also play a role in determining its position. As we can see, the Philippines' position is influenced by a variety of factors. It's a delicate balancing act, one that requires careful consideration of the potential implications of every decision. The country's stance on the Iran-Israel conflict will undoubtedly be a testament to its diplomatic acumen and its commitment to maintaining peace and stability in the region. Before we continue, here's a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this deep dive into global relations, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us for more insightful content that unravels the complexities of our world. Now back to our discussion. What could the implications of the Philippines' potential position be? The potential implications are multifold, both domestically and internationally. On the home front, the Philippines' stance could influence its political landscape, potentially sparking debates among policymakers and citizens alike. The nation's position may also reflect its broader foreign policy objectives, perhaps indicating a shift towards a more assertive role in international affairs. Internationally, the Philippines' stance could have a significant impact on its diplomatic relations. If the Philippines were to support Israel, it might strain its ties with Iran and other countries sympathetic to Iran's cause. Conversely, siding with Iran could lead to tensions with Israel and its allies. Either way, the Philippines' position on this issue could profoundly shape its future international relations. In terms of international bodies, the Philippines' stance might also influence its standing in these organizations. For example, if the Philippines were to vote in favor of a United Nations resolution related to the conflict, it could enhance its reputation as a peace-promoting nation. However, a vote against such a resolution might lead to criticisms and potential isolation. Moreover, the Philippines' position could also affect its economic relations. Trade partnerships and investment flows could be influenced by the stance the country takes. For instance, if the Philippines were to side with one party, it might face economic sanctions or reduced trade opportunities from the opposing party and its allies. Finally, the Philippines' stance could have implications for regional dynamics in Southeast Asia. This region has its own complex geopolitical landscape, and the Philippines' position on the Iran-Israel conflict could potentially influence its relationships with its Southeast Asian neighbors. Indeed, the Philippines' stance could have far-reaching implications. In conclusion, the Philippines' potential position on the Iran-Israel conflict is a complex matter. We've delved into the intricacies of this international issue, unraveled the historical and current ties of the Philippines with both Iran and Israel, and speculated on the possible stance that the Philippines might take. Remember, the Philippines' international relations are deeply rooted in its history, economic interests, and diplomatic ties. The country's decision could be swayed by a multitude of factors, including the recent hijacking of a cargo ship by Yemen's Houthi rebels and the escalating tensions in the South China Sea. And let's not forget the influence of the United Nations General Assembly's call for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. The implications of the Philippines' position, as we discussed, could be far-reaching. It could affect not just the country's relations with Iran and Israel, but also its standing in the global community. And as everyday citizens, it's crucial for us to understand these potential outcomes, for they might shape our nation's future. In this ever-changing world, it's essential to stay informed, to question, to wonder. And that's where we come in with our in-depth explorations of global issues and their potential impacts. We hope this video has shed light on this complex issue and sparked your curiosity to learn more. So if you found this video enlightening and you're eager for more deep dives into global affairs, we have a simple request. Join our community of curious minds. Subscribe to our channel, engage with us, share your thoughts and questions. Let's explore this fascinating world together. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.